Hey guys, Thomas and Friends 47 here. Today we're taking a look at the brand new Thomas and Friends motorized paint delivery set. And here you can see that my box came a little bit damaged. Thankfully the item inside was safe, but you can see there's this giant gash through the box. On the front there you can see, of course, Thomas and Troublesome Truck, which are not covered in plastic, which is interesting. I believe this is one of the first sets to do that, at least from recent memory. Here's the side of the packaging, of course, the back of the box. And you'll see on the back it says, "Things are about to get messy." And this is a very fun set from the packaging here. It shows you everything that comes inside, all that's included, of course, all the different features with it. Here's the other side of the box with the different engines there from the main cast. Very cool. Here's a look at the top of the packaging and a look at the bottom. Of course, on the bottom you'll see that nice Mattel logo there on the bottom, and of course that Thomas barcode on the bottom right hand corner. Now on the inside flaps you'll see where it says "Look for our show, all engines go," and if you move those you'll see this nice inner flap with Thomas, Percy, Kana, Nia, and Diesel, and I really like that. Now here's everything that's included in the set, of course, before you put everything together. Very nice, a lot of pieces with this set. And then, of course, there's a sticker sheet. A lot of stickers with the set that surprised me. Here's a look at the instructions. You can see there it shows all the different details and instructions, of course, how everything goes together, where to put the stickers, and of course, the track layout. Then on the back of the instructions, you'll see this is how we play with the set, but of course, we'll show that all in more detail at the end. Alright, here is a look at Thomas. Of course, you can see there's a lot of great details. There's these nice paint splotches on the side. Of course, this little squirrel, and he's a little bit scared because that paint's flying toward him. Very cute, very cool. Here's a look at the front of the engine. You'll see that Thomas is very shocked. There's this little paint splatter everywhere. I think that's a great expression on his face there. Very cute, very cool. Here's the other side, of course, that yellow paint, purple paint, and a little squirrel sitting on top of the paint can. I think that's a nice touch. Add some extra realism and, well, not realism, but I guess extra charm to this model. Here's the back of the engine with the coal load there. Here's a look at the top of the engine. Of course, the boiler bands and the whistles. And here's a look at the bottom of the engine. Alright, next up, my favorite thing in this set is the Troublesome Truck, and you can see here that this is a very detailed model. Not only do you have these new type of gear wheels at the bottom, but you have these great molded in details for the side frames of the truck, the plank details there. It looks incredible. Of course, the new AEG geared wheels there. Here's a look at the face, and you can see great details there. Of course, little paint splotches, just a very cool design. Now, on the other side, it's a little bit plain, but that's expected. You know, you need this to be open, so that way you can use the dump feature with this truck, and I think that's pretty cool. And you can see, so we tilted there, that just dumps the cargo inside out. I think that's neat. Here's a look at the back with the great molded in detail there. And a look at the top, you'll see there's even little plank details on the platform, and I think that's such a great touch. Here's a look at the bottom of the truck. You can see that little switch there that hits the track that makes it flip the load out. Now here's the comparison between the old Troublesome Truck that was just released with the Cranky set, of course the new one here in this set. You can see there are a lot of similarities. From the front, I believe the face mold is the same, which I think is nice, but the plank detail on the front of the truck is gone on this new mold. Of course, on the back, the lines on the left side are a little bit crisper, I think, and of course the plank detail looks about the same, but a little bit better in the newer truck. Alright, now that we've seen the truck, let's take a look at the station platform. Now, I forget what station this is supposed to be, even if it has a name in Olenjisko, I'm not really sure. Personally, I see it as Elsbridge for some reason. I don't know, but that's what I see it as, like, in universe of Olenjisko. You can see here that you have this nice little crane. I don't like how it's hollow on the back. You do have this nice little sticker there, though, for this little cottage, of course, with the station master, and there's paint everywhere, and lots of great details here on the platform as well. So you have this nice wood planking detail, little footprints from the squirrels there. You have nice light detail on the top, paint cans, little paint splatter on the platform as well. On the side, you'll see that you have these little stairs and this little ramp. I really like that for accessibility to the platform. And on the back, you'll see this nice molded in detail for the planks, but also there's molded in detail on the inside of this little station building. If you look, you can see there's a little door detail there and little lights on the inside, little different bits and bobs on the inside. I think that's a really cool touch. Here's a look at the other side, and a look at the top, and a better look at that platform brick detail, of course the sticker there with the paint. And there's a look at the bottom. Alright, next up is this little green piece of track that goes along with this station platform, so it just attaches to it easily, and this is the stop and go track to help stop your engines at the platform to help load up the paint cans into them. You can see how that works there. Very cool. And then here's a look at the bottom of the piece. Alright, and then of course there's this little bridge section here, which I think is pretty cool. The billboard section looks a little bit odd. It doesn't really feel like, much is added to it. I guess the paint splatter is a nice touch, but it doesn't really feel like an in-universe advertisement, which I kind of like that about the older billboards. It looked like something actually in the Thomas universe. Now, here's a look at the top of the track. You can see there's those two little switches there, and that's what the truck hits to throw the cargo out, which I think is a nice touch. There's a look at the bottom. And here are the buffers. These are my favorite thing, I think, out of the entire All Engines Go wave, are these just great buffer pieces. It looks really cool. It's actually nicely in scale with the motorized engines and even some Trackmaster models. Here's a look at the top, great nice molded in detail there, and a look at the bottom. Alright, and here are the paint cans, and I really, really like these. They have great printing on them, a little paintbrush logo, and of course the paint dripping down the sides. You have these great, nice molded in little paint handles. Very, very cool. Here's a look at the top. If you look on the bottom, they have that little adapter piece that helps it hold on to, some of the cars. So you can have it move around in like loose trucks, or you can have it attach in place on flat cars. I really like that. And then there's also this piece of track that I adore. I want a lot of these to make like little abandoned tracks. You can see that one of the rails is completely missing and it's nothing but bare rail ties. I think that is a great, great feature. I was a little bit disappointed when the engine rolls across it. It's not as much of a bumpy scene as I expected it to be, but it's still not bad, and I still want more, a lot more of these pieces of track. Alright, now here's the set all set up, so let's take a look at how this works. So first we're going to start Thomas up, and we're going to stop him here at the station platform, and then we're going to turn this crane around, and we're going to move it over, and we're going to get one of the paint cans here on the platform. We're going to lift that up, then we're going to bring it back and put it inside of our troublesome truck, who is eagerly awaiting for it. Making sure not to spill any there on Thomas. And we're going to lower it down into the truck. There we go. Alright, now that we've done that, it's time to start Thomas off on his way once we get the paint can loaded. And you can see I've done this from different angles so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. Alright, now we're going to start Thomas on his way. We're going to flip the lever here, and Thomas starts down the hill across the bumpy track. Oh dear. You can see that paint can just rattling. I think that's very cool. He's going to go up the hill here, and this is what I really think is neat about this set. He's going to hit the piece, and there goes the paint can. How cool is that? And there it goes. Now Thomas comes back down the hill, and you can stop him back at the station platform for this fun adventure all over again. Now, there are a few slight problems to this set, which I'll get at in a moment. However, I want to show the Troublesome Truck and the previous Troublesome Truck before that on the set, because I do think they add a lot to the set. You can see as they go along, they bump around on the rails. It looks really, really cool, and it looks like they're throwing out the paint cans. So all in all, this is a very cool set, and it's a lot of fun. It is a bit tedious, though, to move the paint cans using just the crane, and I wanted to show you how long it took me to pick up those paint cans using just the crane with the bare minimum of my fingers moving and maneuvering everything around. And you can see this footage is at 8 times the speed. It took about 4 minutes to get the truck loaded like twice or 3 times. So the thing is like I said, it is very tedious to get the hook maneuvered just right to pick up this cargo because it is loose chains, but it's also meant to be. It's meant to be where you're dropping the paint cans everywhere and it looks like the paint is spilled. And I had a lot of fun trying to maneuver the crane around and not use my hands and just use what was provided here with the set. So by just, using the top part with the chain and trying to maneuver it around, I found myself, it was like a challenge trying to get it into the truck in a reasonable amount of time, and it was actually a lot of fun. And so I really like that element of play here. They could have easily just put in just that standard crane hook that they have like they used on Cranky, and just pick it up in like a claw assortment. But the fact that they actually used a like plastic chain here along with the hook to make it a little bit more tricky to get the cargo loaded. I think that's really cool. Now you easily could just take and line the hook up and use your hands to pick up the paint can and grip it from the bottom and just do it that way. But I think that kind of defeats the purpose. I wanted to do it how it was like in on the box and stuff, and honestly I had a lot of fun doing that. So, in my opinion, this set is a win. It has a lot of great features here. I love the dumping troublesome truck. I've always loved the operating cars, so I definitely want to get more of this troublesome truck. I love the different track pieces, especially that track piece that has the broken ties on it. I really want to get more of those, and I really feel that this set is a good set all around. Now, if you're not an All Engines Go fan, this set may not be for you. There are a lot of details here that are overly scaled. They are meant to be more on that playful All Engines Go side. However, there are a lot of great things here, especially the track piece and I like the crane. However, if you are an All Engines Go fan, I definitely recommend picking this up. It is such a fun set. It's so cool to see those paint cans go flying and to load them up using the crane on the top. I love that. And I cannot wait to get more of this set for that troublesome truck and that track piece, and of course those buffer stops. Anyway, guys, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think about the set in the comments below. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.